Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we'll be doing a video on the reliability of the Bul Armory Tac Pro 4 1/4. Now I already have several videos and shorts on this pistol. If you're interested in those, I will put them in a playlist and drop it down in the description. As the round count gets higher and higher on this pistol, I will be posting more. Specifically today, we're going to be testing the reliability when it comes to hollow point and defensive ammo with this pistol. I've got about 8 different brands of hollow point ammo, from 115 grain all the way up to 147. I'm just going to put a few rounds of each different brand through this pistol and see how it functions. If it makes it through that with no problems, which I do expect it to, then I'll run a couple mags of my favorite defensive ammo, which is 124 grain Federal HST. With that said, let's get to shooting, see how the Bul does with hollow points. I've got a half a dozen plus different flavors here, different bullet types and different weights. We're just simply going to fire 5 rounds of each different load and see how they function, make sure we get locked back each time, and just go from there. First up is the 124 grain Federal HST. This is my preferred carry load. Alright, perfect function. Alright, next is going to be the Monarch. This is a 124 grain jacketed hollow point. I'm not sure if you can still get this stuff. I used to buy it really cheap at my local academy, and it was good test ammo and overall good ammo for the money. Let's see what happens. Alright, perfect function. Next up is going to be the Sierra. This is a 124 grain jacketed hollow point. It's kind of an odd design. It's kind of a 2-piece case, so we'll see how it does. Helps if I put a round in the chamber. Okay, perfect function. I will say that felt a little bit warmer than everything else we've tested so far. Next up is going to be the 124 grain Cellar and Belly jacketed hollow point. Okay. Next up we have the PMC. This is 115 grain jacketed hollow point. Next up is the Winchester Silver Tip. This is a 147 grain jacketed hollow point. Okay, perfect function. Those also felt a little bit spicy. Alright, next up is going to be the Winchester 115 grain jacketed hollow point. This is a pretty old box. I can only tell that because of the price. I used to buy a lot of this ammo back in the day because it was pretty much the cheapest hollow point ammo that I could get. I even carried this stuff for a while. So I've had that box for quite a few years, probably at least 10. I've got several hundred rounds of this stuff still laying around. I don't use it anymore for anything serious, but regardless, it's good test ammo if nothing else. 5 rounds, let's see how it does. And just as you would expect. And last but not least, we have the Freedom Munitions. This is their new ammo, so it's not their remanufactured. This is 115 grain jacketed hollow point. That is a very large hollow point. I'll try to show a close-up of that on camera for whatever that's worth. So honestly, if it was going to choke with anything, I would expect it to choke with these. But let's be honest, it's a Bul Armory. It's not going to choke with anything. Just like I thought. Well, it made it through the variety test with no problems, just as I expected. Now I've got an entire magazine, 20 rounds of Federal 124 grain HST. I've got a couple random pieces of steel. Just going to plink around, see how it does. Where to begin? Perfect function, whole mag of HST. All right, 10 rounds of Cellar and Bellet. This is 124 grain hollow point. Five more rounds of Federal HST just to even out the round count. Now, if my Alabama math is correct, that is 75 rounds of hollow point ammo that we have put through this pistol. Wide variety of different loads from 115 all the way up to 147. Now, they were all standard pressure, so nothing was plus P, but you could definitely tell from the recoil that some of those loads were much hotter and some were much weaker. All things considered, absolutely perfect function, and it's really what I have come to expect from Bul Armory. The round count on this gun continues to climb. Once I get it up to a little bit more respectable amount, I will do a full overview on this pistol, going over all of my experience with it, reliability and things like that across a little bit more of a long term. It probably won't take me too long because this thing is really hard to put down. I have put a lot of rounds through it in a very short amount of time, and I have really been enjoying this pistol. If you enjoyed this video and found the information helpful, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, maybe drop a like or a comment. It does go to help me out. If you would like to contact me directly, Instagram and Facebook is going to be the best way, but my email is also down in the description of this video. If you're in the market for a weapon light with a whole lot of performance, but is very much so budget minded, it also shares the form factor with a lot of very common weapon lights, so your holster compatibility and things like that is going to be no problem. I would highly recommend that you check out GOONBEAM. Now, I haven't tried everything that GOONBEAM has, but everything that I have tried and tested, I have been really impressed with. I do have an affiliate link with GOONBEAM, so if you use it, it does go to help me out, and I'll put that link down in the description of this video. As always, thanks for watching. See y'all next time.